My grandmother has been amazing throughout. My father, my brother, Kate, and all the rest of the
family. That way, but also then to go and have friends over for dinner, or to go to his family for tea, or...
What if the fairy tale really is fading? From Meghan skipping key royal events to rumors of post-divorce plans, fans are piecing together a shocking puzzle. Is Harry already halfway back to the crown? It's all speculation. For now, hit that subscribe button as we uncover what's really going on. For years, whispers have followed Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, and lately, those whispers are getting louder. From British tabloids to online forums, speculation about trouble in their marriage refuses to die down. The latest buzz isn't just random gossip either. It's often triggered by subtle signs, unexpected behavior, or even comments from well-known figures. One such moment came when a former president suggested that Harry might not be in full control of his decisions. That single line was enough to set royal watchers into a frenzy. And while celebrity marriages always attract attention, this one has never stopped making headlines. Some people believe these rumors are simply clickbait, but others argue there's truth hidden in the noise. They point out that smoke often leads to fire, especially in relationships under constant public pressure. Still, there's a difference between harmless speculation and a pattern of warning signs.
And baby are doing incredibly well. It's been the most amazing experience I could ever possibly imagine.
What keeps fueling the divorce theory now is that the red flags aren't coming from strangers. They're showing up in the couple's actions, public choices, and even body language. And if you look closely, you might just start seeing a story unfold that's very different from the picture-perfect image they once projected. Harry and Meghan's decision to step back from royal duties in 2020 marked a turning point, not just for them, but for Harry's bond with his family. Tensions had been brewing for a while, especially between Harry and his brother, Prince William. Add in strained ties with his father, King Charles III, and it's clear that leaving the royal fold wasn't just a career move, it was personal. The decision to move to the US was seen by many as a fresh start, but behind the scenes, family relationships remained rocky. While Harry has spoken of occasional conversations with his father and brother,
we know that there's a lot of work to be done there, and we're just happy to be able to be a part of. Well, you hope.
Those moments seem more like exceptions than the rule. Some royal insiders believe that Harry might eventually try to mend those fractured relationships. But what if doing so means going back alone? A few sources have even suggested that Harry might feel more comfortable in the familiar routines of royal life, something he was born into, trained for, and once thrived in. If that's true, it raises a difficult question. Can Harry rebuild his family ties while staying in his current life with Meghan? Or will the pull of his past life be strong enough to change everything once again? When King Charles III was crowned in May 2023, one person was noticeably absent, Meghan. While Harry made the trip to support his father, Meghan remained in California with their children. The official reason? It was Archie's 4th birthday, and Meghan reportedly wanted to be there to celebrate with him. On the surface, that explanation seems fair, but royal observers couldn't help but wonder if there was more to it. Was it really just about the birthday? Or was it a sign that Meghan no longer felt connected to royal life at all? One source close to the family mentioned that while Meghan respects the family, the intense media scrutiny she receives outweighs any sense of duty to appear at royal events. Another insider suggested her decision not to attend symbolized a quiet disapproval of the new reign under King Charles. This kind of absence doesn't go unnoticed, especially in the world of royalty, where public appearances are powerful symbols. Meghan's choice to stay behind could be interpreted in many ways, but for some, it read like a deliberate message. And when one half of a couple starts stepping back from shared family obligations, it often signals something more than just scheduling conflicts. In their Netflix docuseries Harry and Meghan, there was a moment that sparked more criticism than celebration. Meghan recounted the first time she met Queen Elizabeth II, acting out an exaggerated curtsy. It was meant to be lighthearted, even humorous, but the response? Not exactly laughing. For many viewers, especially in the UK, the moment came across as disrespectful. The curtsy, after all, is a tradition rooted in generations of royal protocol. Even casual observers noted how Harry looked during that scene. His face seemed tense, almost uncomfortable. Author Robert Hardman wrote that Harry's expression wasn't just awkward, it was the look of someone who understood the consequences of making light of royal customs on such a global platform. And perhaps in that very moment, something shifted. For a man who grew up within the walls of Buckingham Palace, seeing the monarchy joked about by his own wife may have stirred deeper doubts. It might have seemed like a small moment to some, but for others, it was a crack in the foundation. This wasn't just a a couple telling their story. It was a glimpse into how differently they see the world and what happens when those views clash in public. Since stepping away from royal duties, Meghan has been steadily building her personal brand. From launching her new lifestyle company, American Riviera Orchard, to rebooting it under the name As Ever, she's diving headfirst into solo ventures. These projects reflect her passions: cooking, design, wellness, and they're clearly hers alone. In March 2025, Meghan even premiered a Netflix series titled With Love, Meghan. It's stylish, personal, and uniquely her. While Harry's voice does appear briefly, he's largely absent from the project. That raised eyebrows. It's not just the content, it's also how she's presenting herself. Meghan made a surprise return to Instagram, where she posted a cheerful beach video to kick off 2025. But the way her name is styled, Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, is what caught people's attention. Royal watchers quickly noticed that this format matches how royal divorcees typically present their titles. Coincidence? Maybe. But in a world where every detail matters, it felt like a quiet signal. Together, these moves paint a picture of someone preparing for long-term independence. While it's perfectly normal for partners to have separate careers, Meghan's professional pivot feels different, more final, more self-contained, and possibly more telling. When Harry and Meghan first moved to California, their lives were deeply intertwined. They co-founded Archewell, signed joint deals, and showed up at events together. But fast forward to 2025, and things have started to look very different. Meghan is focused on her brand and television projects. Meanwhile, Harry has been pouring energy into the Invictus Games, his longtime passion. The games held in Vancouver in early 2025 were a success, but Meghan only stayed for part of the event, returning to California early. This kind of professional separation isn't unusual, but it is a departure from how they began their post-royal journey. And it's this shift that's sparking questions. Are they growing in different directions? Royal commentator Angela Levin added to the speculation, pointing out that the couple has reportedly considered buying property in Portugal. She questioned why a happily married couple would invest in a home far from their main residence, unless they were preparing for something more than just travel. To outsiders, it seems like Harry and Meghan are spending more time apart and doing so deliberately. Whether it's strategic or emotional, the distance is becoming noticeable and possibly permanent. In early 2025, rumors began swirling about a new book idea, one that could shake things up even more. Reports claimed Meghan's team was floating the concept of a memoir centered on life after Harry. Now, to be clear, nothing has been officially announced, and the idea may never materialize. But the fact that such a story was even pitched to publishers raised eyebrows across the media. Some say it's just part of the 4-book deal the couple signed years ago. With Harry's Spare and Meghan's The Bench already released, 2 more books remain. Could one of them be about the next chapter in Meghan's life? It's unclear. But in the world of celebrity publishing, ideas don't float without purpose. Even the suggestion of such a memoir suggests that serious conversations are happening behind the scenes, ones the public isn't yet privy to. In her 2025 series With Love, Meghan, the Duchess, opened up in ways that caught attention, not through gossip, but through carefully crafted storytelling. In one episode, she introduced her friend and makeup artist by saying he's been there for the before, during, and after. She didn't elaborate, but she didn't have to. Viewers immediately picked up on the layered meaning. It felt like she was referencing major phases in her life, possibly her time as a royal. She also shared a reflection about the Japanese art of kintsugi, which repairs broken pottery with gold. Meghan drew a parallel to personal struggles, saying that what's broken can become more beautiful. Many saw that as her way of processing past challenges, possibly including her marriage. It wasn't bitter, it was poetic, but even in its softness, it hinted at a woman standing at the edge of transformation, quietly preparing for what may come next. While Meghan is carving a new path, Harry seems to be facing a different reality. According to royal author Tom Quinn, Harry is growing restless. He's trying, helping around the house, walking the dogs, playing dad, but something feels off. Unlike Meghan, Harry's life doesn't revolve around branding or media. He's a man used to structure, tradition, and public duty. In California, those routines don't exist in the same way. Quinn even mentioned that Harry rarely draws attention in their quiet neighborhood. He blends in, which oddly enough may not be what he truly wants. There's a sense that Harry might be second-guessing the long-term picture. He has his own projects, like Invictus, but is that enough to fill the space left by palace life? That lingering question of whether this is truly home for Harry might be one of the biggest signs yet. Harry and Meghan haven't made any official announcements, but the clues are building. From solo appearances and career moves to subtle word choices and physical distance, something feels different. It could all be coincidence, or it could be quiet preparation for a major life change. What's clear is that their story is far from settled. Every interview, every launch, and every public absence adds another layer. So what do you think? Are these just growing pains or signs of a royal reset? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe if you want more exclusive insights into what's unfolding next.